Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your man Roball, back with another podcast with my main man Doge over here.
What's good? I'm Bob Roast today.
Today we're dressed in Halloween costumes, and we're joined by my man Chris. What's good?
Sup? I'm just as Thanos today. Alright. Just wanted to show that off.
Yeah, Chris, if you don't know who he is, guys, we'll have Chris explain it in a bit. But today's episode, this is our first one person that we've had to interview. And if you guys have any more ideas, comment them down below. We'll try to get them. But let's go ahead and get started. Chris, who are you? What did you do?
I'm Mightybaseplate. I work on Arsenal, Counterblocks, and pretty much any ROLVe project.
How many ROLVe projects are there, dude?
A lot.
300.
Is it really?
Like
yeah,
three canceled ones, 4 in the works, or what?
Well, there's canceled ones, quotes, but people still play them. There's
Robber,
which I really want to get back to. There's Unit, 1968.
1968 is so good.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Silly Simulator, Counterblocks, and Arsenal.
Dude,
And
back when
before you say anything, Silly Simulator was before simulators were actually super viral, and it's not a simulator in the traditional sense.
Bro,
okay, so
basically
we're talking.
It's remember Goat Simulator? It's
yeah.
a goofy
Oh,
simulator.
Okay.
I remember playing that.
I didn't make Goat Simulator,
Yeah, I know.
but I'm just using that as an example.
That Vietnam game was so fun, dude. I used to have top leaderboards at one point because I just didn't.
On
stop
Goat
playing.
Simulator?
No, on the
Oh my god.
on the Vietnam game, whatever. It was
Oh yeah, that's right. Player points.
Bro, you
Yeah, well,
better
player
make
points
sure you
used to be-
continue Robber though. Robber, best
Yeah,
game
Robber
you ever
is-
made. I
What's
made a video
Robber?
on that. Dude, I made a video on it in the past. He can explain it. It's just so much fun.
Yeah, Robber is like Payday but multiplayer. It's there's a team of robbers and they have to break into a mall or a bank. I like the mall map better.
Yeah.
But they break into the mall and then they have to escape with a gem or something. There's a cool little playlist on my YouTube channel that has because Robber started out as a game jam, so you can see the first 6 days of development and a little playlist.
Didn't somebody make a heist game like that?
I
Just
think
I
so.
don't remember it. It was pretty popular. I remember it.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
talking about
Robber only ever got a couple hundred concurrents max. There's no monetization. It's literally just cops versus robber and okay, so it's the cops guard the mall. They have a little control panel. They get access to more things once a robber gets spotted. So it's ideal for the robber to not get spotted, or the cops will get better guns and the SWAT will come.
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta make that a game, dude. That sounds fire.
It is fire. You can play it right now. It's just the reason why nobody plays it is because spectating is broken. So you join the game and then you just can't see anything.
Okay.
And
so you just instantly leave. I get
yeah.
that.
So we got to go back and fix spectating first.
What would you consider to be the most successful ROLVe project?
I'd say Arsenal for sure.
Arsenal?
Arsenal's a more wholesome game than Counterblocks is. So even though
Yeah.
Counterblocks has been around longer, Arsenal's just way better.
Okay, I want
And
you to
you
tell
guys-
them the story of Arsenal. Tell them the story of Arsenal. That story.
Oh, Arsenal has a story. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go.
Okay, so Arsenal has been around for years before it got really popular. But
That's
it
what I
always
was
had-
saying. I was when it got popular now, I felt like I had played it a long time ago, and I was like, wait a second, why wasn't this popular
Yeah.
before?
Yeah, so what we did was we have the Typical Colors 2. We used that engine to remake Arsenal. And you can play the old version of Arsenal on the ROLVe group, but just we updated the engine and made it so much more smoother and better. And we just had cooler monetization, cooler maps, cooler guns. So it started out as a really old-fashioned tool. It used tools. That's how old it was. It used.
Oh, you had to
tools.
press one to grab your AR.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how it started out, and then we just updated it, and with the mega update, we updated the engine, and it just got really popular right off the get-go. What's really interesting is that how much Arsenal's changed since 2018 when we released the mega update for the first time, because we went back in version history and played the original Arsenal that we uploaded in 2018, and it is so bad compared to what it is now. I thought it was groundbreaking, the best game ever, but the UI is so bad. There's only 15 guns, and it's just people played this. It's just like so crazy. Like it's like we thought this was innovative. It's just like how much the game gets polished over the whole course of the years.
I feel like you guys do that a lot because like CS:GO, when you guys like the initial version of it, when you go back to playing that version compared to what you guys have now, it's so much better.
Yeah.
Like, the current version.
The way Counterblock's just like been around forever, but slowly just gets better like every year. It's just
you guys do big updates, like
Yeah.
completely change everything. The gun models are different, the animations are different. Like you guys do a lot.
Yeah, like with probably the biggest update to the most recent update to Counterblocks that was the biggest was probably the new gun models, because we had to go through like all hundreds of skins in the game and remake them for each new model.
Bruh.
And it was such a pain. Oh my god.
Bruh.
It's probably more than 100, but right now Arsenal has hit like 100 guns in total now, which is insane. Yeah. So all those guns that are, it's just weird like being content driven with like we don't monetize the guns at all, but we just have like 100 guns and we always release new guns. It's just like to keep the game fresh.
Yeah. I know all the guns I hate, but I don't know all the guns. There's a lot of guns.
Yeah.
We wanted to talk about how we were talking about Roblox changing and then your game changing and then you guys just keep upgrading and upgrading stuff, because back then we didn't have 3D models, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now that we have access to that, it's kind of like you want to make your game better using the current Roblox assets. So let's just talk about some of the Roblox changes right now. What do you think is significant that has helped you guys in your development?
Pretty much mesh parts. That's when Counterblocks really took off, is when they added mesh parts and we're like, oh, we can literally just rip the models from CS:GO.
Oh my god.
And I'd like to take credit with like being like with ROLVe. I think Counterblocks was pretty innovative with like whenever Roblox would release new features, Counterblocks would have them like really soon. Like R15, for example, I think Counterblocks and TC2 was like the first person shooters that actually used R15 with Roblox.
Does Phantom
there's
Forces
probably
have
like
R15?
No,
I think it's R6.
Phantom
think they
Forces
do,
is still
right?
R6. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Maybe Kinetic Code did it before R15. I'm not sure. That might be Kinetic Code might have done it first, but
Oh, with the custom rigs?
Yeah,
I know that.
Was that script on?
yeah, script on.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I remember that.
I don't remember that
when-
being before R15.
When R15 and mesh parts, yeah, it might have been after R15. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
But I remember when mesh parts and R15 came out, we were like one of the first people to adapt that. So we like new Roblox stuff. One of the things people always ask is like, are we going to use R-throw? And it's probably not, because we like the old Roblox blocky style. Arsenal, like if I had to say what art style Arsenal was, Arsenal's art style is just Roblox. It's just like the Roblox art style, you know what I mean? Just like that was developed. Like the classic, probably like 2014, 2012, like Roblox style.
Yeah, that's something I like
It's
about
so
the
fun,
Roblox
though.
style too. The way that it's blocky
Yeah.
and it doesn't look like anything else now. Like back in the day it might have, but now like they're transitioning to make it look different. Even with the new Arthro stuff, I still like the current version, like the one that we're wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah, like
know
R15.
how I feel about R-throw, but I kind of like the nostalgia that like
Yeah.
Roblox style has.
Like the blocky style. I'm not really a fan of Arthro yet. I feel like they want users to have more customization, but that doesn't make much sense when you have these pre-built outfits.
Yeah.
But I guess
Yeah.
over time, like you might be able to mix and match them. But I just feel like if they really want like people to customize themselves to like such a huge degree, they should have offset and resizing for people's accessories.
Yeah.
Like people can like place their accessories wherever they want on their body. Like I feel like that would be pretty crazy. Like say like if I wear any hair with like the fedora that I'm wearing, like it'll clip. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't
But
look.
Oh, yeah,
having the ability to like offset the hat and
Oh yeah.
because Roblox helps
Instead of
people have-
manually doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
What's
honestly,
the-
I don't think it would be that hard to implement for Roblox, and I don't think it would break much games because you just offset off the attachment position.
Yeah.
So
Like we have a friend, shout out to the Care Bros. They kind of did that manually with all their like hairs and stuff. So like when you put a hat on, the hair would either move up or down depending on what the
Oh
hair
yeah, I
is
remember
like.
when
Yeah.
they did that.
They did a lot. That's a lot of effort they put into that one little
Yeah.
feature. I don't know if I have the patience for that, but they did it and it looks cool.
Yeah,
and
I
was
think
like, why doesn't Roblox have this?
Well,
during-
literally, what Robloxian High School has is like they have like a really good character customization where you can like rotate the accessories and place them wherever you want. So
Oh,
like,
really?
I remember I used to
Oh,
troll in
yeah,
that game.
yeah,
I used to troll in that game so much. I loved
Yeah.
customizing my
By
character
just
in that
putting
game.
some stupid
Bro.
stuff on your character walking
Yeah.
around.
honestly, that character creator should be like standard for Roblox. But
Definitely.
But what about? I just want to ask a quick question because we're talking about Roblox changes. How big is the ROLVe team?
I think it's like probably 10 people.
10 people.
Yeah,
See,
10.
that's the thing. That's the thing I wanted to ask. Like, how does the the new update with the tier list cash outs? Does
Oh,
that
yeah.
have
Oh,
an
yeah.
impact? That's what I wanted to
amazing.
touch on. Yeah, because
Yeah,
with
that's-
big teams, it's like I don't want to. If I gotta pay somebody, I don't want to wait till we actually have the
Yeah.
Robux necessary to pay them out. Now, if I gotta pay somebody, I can pay as soon as I have the available funds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what we do is on the first of every month, we split out how much each person is going to get paid, and then they just DevX on their own terms.
Oh, okay. That's smart.
So we don't. I'm not sure if it's optimal yet. I'm gonna like talk to like a business person. I keep saying this, but I
You
never
said that
do.
last during the summer. I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah,
You
yeah,
said
I
it
keep
during the
saying this,
summer.
but I never do. I say this, but I never do because I don't care. There's probably a more optimal way to do it. Maybe funnel it through a company or something, and maybe save some money on individual taxes. But that might be more trouble than what it's worth.
Yeah, I think it's a little
think?
too much because ROLVe isn't like it isn't established as a business, is it? Or is it already like an LLC?
No.
Yeah, I think I like ROLVe over the other two, like Visteria Team and Red Manta, because of how not professional. It's professional in the games it makes, but I like how it keeps the realness of being a Roblox developer with it.
Mhm.
Like the process
Yeah.
of making games is pretty similar between all three. But ROLVe, when you look at it, you can clearly see like this isn't a company. This is like people, to me at least.
Yeah. I kind of feel that.
Because
Um,
with Red Manta, or like for example, or Visteria, I feel like people come in and out. It's just like it's
Yeah.
a business, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They come in and out. I feel like with ROLVe, I don't know much about like you guys and how you guys handle that.
Oh, I know. They're brothers, bro.
It doesn't seem like it seems a little bit more close knitted. I don't know. Is that just my outside perspective?
I feel that way too, but I don't know how. I don't know. I don't want to like give myself too much credit because I don't know how much they actually work on like team building stuff, but
Yeah.
or like how much they
True.
actually are friends with each other. But I know that the ROLVe boys were all brothers.
Oh yeah.
Brothers.
Yeah.
I've met you guys.
like,
You
even
guys are brothers for
yesterday-
sure.
Yeah, even yet like yesterday we played Team Fortress 2. Like 6 of us all played Team Fortress 2 Man vs Machine and finished a tour. We just
Oh my
we just
God.
like do stuff like that all the
Stuff.
time. We just
Oh.
play games.
See, because that's how I like to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I just like to
let's
have
play some
fun.
MVM and then get on the team crate and let's put something together.
Yep.
And then you guys make your like games based off of that. Because don't you have like a lot of
Yeah, we're
inspired games?
we're definitely inspired off of like CS:GO and Team Fortress for sure.
But it's always fun, dude. Like you guys
Yeah.
really take the aesthetic of other games and then give it a Roblox feel to it, and it just feels good. And then everybody who plays it actually enjoys it, especially with Arsenal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially Arsenal.
That's like glued to the front page
Yep.
until
Yeah.
Roblox messes up and it's just gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Something I like
Gotcha.
about Arsenal is that Arsenal is one of those games you can play mindlessly and just keep playing for 7 hours. Like you could.
I
play
literally
that
just,
until
like,
you
yeah.
go to bed.
I come home and I was just like, I want to feel good about myself and get a high KDR. So I just go onto Arsenal and just smoke it.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
What's crazy? It's just like older Roblox audience are able to drop into Arsenal matches and just destroy the whole thing.
Yep.
And like
Oh,
so that,
yeah, that's
but
me.
also like there's like a lot of kids playing it too, which is pretty surprising. Like I
know-
mean, I see kids just join a game and get like I remember this one time I joined a game. There's this kid that was on the game as well. He obviously was like either a mobile player or something, but he didn't know what the hell he was doing. Like he was trying to like walk through doors that don't open, like turn around. But I played on that server for like an hour and a half, and he was still on. Like I like stayed on the server to see just how long this kid will like keep trying to play the game. He did get a
Trackpad
couple
warrior.
kills. Yeah, trackpad warrior. I remember like running up to him and like watching him try to shoot me and just running circles around him, like trying to like get him to shoot me. It's just like so funny. It's like I don't actually. It's actually like I don't know how like what motivates people to just keep trying, but like when they're playing against people who've played like first-person shooters their like whole life.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah,
thing about
that's how I
Arsenal is it feels fair when you play the game. Like it feels like you have a chance to kill anybody in the game compared to other games, you know?
For sure.
Because everyone has the same gun.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
people always complain it's like, oh, this gun is so bad, but then it's like, yeah, but the person who just beat you had to go through that gun too.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, especially like the crazy comebacks feel so rewarding.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Because that last person can't get the knife kill and then you
Oh,
get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's toxic.
Dude, my favorite thing to do, this is like a stupid strategy that is probably really annoying, but like if somebody on your team has a golden knife, just follow them around and keep denying them the whole game.
What?
I went and did
That's
that.
so
I just
toxic.
chased this one guy was stuck on the golden knife, and I was like at 15 points, and I caught up to him and won just by following him around and just stealing all his kills.
That's so toxic.
I don't think I've noticed anyone really do that before, but
Well, that's the meta.
like
I mean, it
That's
feels like somebody's doing that because I get so like PO'd because like, oh, what the heck? I could have got that kill, but somebody just happened to turn the corner and shoot.
Yeah.
Like I was right
Oh.
there.
what's so funny is like Arsenal's like a team game, but it's not a team game. It's like
Yeah.
so
Absolutely
so
not a
strange.
team game.
Work
Everybody.
It's
together
not a
until you
team
get
game.
what you want.
It is
basically.
literally just assisted free for all.
Yeah.
It's not a team game when one person has like 21 kills and the whole other team only has 8. It's like combined.
Bro, it's literally when I watch YouTube videos and the YouTuber has like 32 kills and his teammates have like 3.
Speaking of that, dude, like ROLVe has a lot of YouTuber like
Oh yeah, YouTube presence.
they have YouTubers have made their channels just completely
Oh, yeah.
based off that game.
Yeah, I can think of 2 I know John Roblox plays a lot of Arsenal.
100%.
Also, I know Petrify has been playing a lot of Arsenal as well. I don't know if you guys know Petrify.
Do you guys have
I know
like
your name.
plans for like a competitive league?
For Arsenal?
Yeah.
No, but it'd be funny. The second that anything starts getting competitive, that's when people start like getting too attached to the
Too
game
invested.
because
Oh yeah.
because
What about
that's when
for-
that's for counter blocks.
Yeah, I was just about to say for counter blocks.
Yeah, counter blocks is competitive community. It's just like
Toxic.
so crazy. I'd say it's pretty toxic, but it hasn't. I don't think it's as big as it used to be.
Okay.
But when we supported it a lot more, it's usually pretty fun. But people complain about like the littlest things. Like when you check the CS:GO subreddit and CS:GO competitive people are complaining about how Counter-Strike isn't the perfect game, that just like leads me to believe that it is literally impossible to please everyone and have like a perfect game.
Oh yeah.
So that really like when I see like on the CS:GO subreddit like oh like people complaining about hit reg when it's really
Oh,
just
AFK. Jump around, jump around. You got kicked out of the AFK.
No.
It always happens every podcast.
Dude,
bro.
every single no.
Oh.
What?
Oh my gosh.
This is 4 episodes in a row, dude.
Yes, it's gonna be a thing now. But something I do want to
Dang it,
say.
I always forget, man. Come on.
Something I do want to say. What you said about releasing a game, or like whenever you own a game and you work on the game, you're never gonna be able to please anybody. Literally
Yeah.
applies to every game I've ever worked on. No matter how much I
Yeah.
love the game, no matter how much effort I put into it, someone's always displeased and just dislikes it.
yeah.
It's just tough.
Oh my
That's
God.
why like overall with counterblocks and Arsenal like we try to like solve the problems like top level.
Yeah.
Like one example would be with like anti-exploits for counterblocks. Like yeah, we can patch out this one exact script that happens to insert a box handle adornment into the GUI, but like that doesn't fix the problem.
Yeah.
Like that's just like you patch out one person's script and then like if they know what they're doing, they can literally just parent it somewhere else. It's just
Mhm.
like that's why anti-exploit is such a pain in the ass. It's just like you can never can never get it perfect, and people think they're so smart and like they know how to make the best anti-cheat. It's just like, it's just that's like
There's
probably the
always
thing
gonna
that
be that
annoys me.
one guy who takes a
Yeah.
whole month to code an anti-exploit for no
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah,
Then goes
like,
on Vermilion
get
and tries to
around.
sell it.
Yeah, it's just like whatever. I
So-
don't hate like people who make exploits. I hate the people that use them, and then it's just like I have like a respect for it, but at the same time, like they don't have respect for me, which is kind of annoying. Like
Yeah.
I try to like respect people. Like, okay, yeah, you're pretty intelligent for getting around my thing. You don't have to call me an idiot. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it's always like the cherry on top when like they get around your stuff and they brag about it and act like you're so dumb. Like it's like, dude, I didn't even like the exploiters will always win. That's the thing. No matter how
Yeah.
hard you try, they will eventually get around whatever
Yeah.
systems you put in place.
It's like
one example-
you're so stupid because I got around. You try patching it and then I just unpatched it. Basically, I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I can't
But-
do anything about that, dude. Like,
Yeah, exploiters have home field advantage because they can edit the whole engine. We can only edit like Lewis stuff. Like we
Yeah.
can't like access all this top level stuff that exploits can. Like one example would be teleporting in Arsenal. Like
oh my god.
Every game has
Teleporting-
that issue, bro. It's so annoying.
teleporting.
God.
I know teleporting and flying is in Arsenal. It's like, oh, why don't you just add a check on the server to see if they're floating? It's like, you know how many guns in the game make you float?
Yeah.
like, you know
Oh,
how
like
many
the
guns
shotgun where you can shoot.
yeah, like if we start adding that stuff into the game, there's gonna be false positives. Like there's
Yep.
gonna be people who DBS into the air and then they start lagging and then they get kicked from the game. It's just like, or there's like a guy like for teleporting, for example, maybe he gets hit by the firework launcher, launches across the map, and immediately gets a backstab. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much interactions that could possibly happen. I don't want to punish normal players for exploiters.
Mhm.
Like for example, like an exploiter teleports beyond someone, instantly backstabs them. Somebody gets hit by a firework launcher, like launches across the map and backstabs. Like it'd be very hard for a script to detect the difference between teleporting and getting launched by a firework launcher. Like there's just so much stuff we'd have to put into place, and like every time we add something, we have to like, oh, what about the anti-exploit? How would the anti-exploit like that? It's like I don't like developing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the players gotta know is that you guys are trying your best. It's
Yeah.
just-
It's not easy, bro.
it's
It
not
really
always
isn't.
enough.
Yeah.
No.
What's the future for ROLVe? Like, you know, like you
We're
guys
gonna
have
release. We're gonna
Yeah.
release our new Accelerator game, and we're gonna have an Arsenal Halloween update that's gonna be pretty fire.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
we
yeah.
got sneak peeks on this, boys.
Well,
Unless it's been posted on Twitter already.
yeah, we did.
Dang it.
Um,
Dang it.
Counterblocks is also going to get some updates. I don't think I'm going to announce what updates they're going to be yet, but they're pretty exciting. Like the Counterblocks community has been neglected for a while, so we'll give them a little something for Halloween.
The
Yeah.
ones that do stick around are so good at the game. Oh my god.
Oh my god, they're
I
too
tried
good.
playing.
Like, I can't even play the game.
Even like
there.
the kids are
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
nasty,
I know.
dude. Like how
Yeah,
just
they're nasty.
It's like, you know how in CBRO you have those call things, like you can be like around the corner or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I play using that when I used to play. I would like call stuff, and my teammates would not call at all, and they just
Nobody
find
calls
the enemy.
anything.
And they just murder everybody. I'm like, how are you doing this? Like, you need the calls,
They
don't
just have
you?
like such a big game sense. Like they can
Yes.
detect.
They're like, okay,
Like-
this window, you can go through it. I'm gonna go ahead and walk right through this window and shoot the guy in the back of the
Just
head.
walk right
Get his
through and start
teammate in the
shooting.
corner. It's like, how do you know they're gonna be there, huh?
pre-fire. Just start pre-fire. You don't even know
Exactly.
they're there. Just pre-fire. Boom, boom, boom.
That
Headshot.
trigger
I'm like,
finger.
what? I'm like, wait a second. What?
Yep.
I don't know where 3 kills pop up on the board, all by the same guy, all headshots. I'm like, this guy has to be hacking, and he's not.
All right.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
Moving on from the
Right.
gun topic, I want to ask you about your Accelerator game. What do you want to tell the audience about that game? Because I know it's good. I want them to know it's good.
I actually released like a gameplay preview on my YouTube channel, and we have the trailer out and we have a Discord out, so people have an idea of what the game is like. But we're still working on it right now. You know the quest arrow I was working on? I just like scrapped that completely because
Really?
it's just like, yeah, it's not scalable at all and it's so buggy.
Yeah.
Like what was really the pushing point on that was pathfinding service. Just like literally didn't make me a path one time. I'm just like, okay, I
I'm
redid
done.
this thing 3 times just for Roblox to not calculate a path.
Yeah.
I'm done.
For me, what I do in my games for class is I just put the marker where the quest area is. I'm like, I don't care. You guys, it's going to be in this area. Look for it. It's going to be in this vicinity, 25 stud radius. Go ahead and try it out.
Yeah, we have
And
a mini map now. Yeah, we have a mini
Roball
map
does.
now.
Oh, mini map sounds dope.
Mini-map's
Roball
great.
is legit like, there's a fetch quest.
Oh, yeah.
Find this cat. Boom, the cat's right here under this tree. I'm like, that
Literally
was a different
right
amount
next
of
to the
things for
quest.
the free XP. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
All right, so how does like the TV work? Can I like just link you a video and then you can like edit it in or something?
Oh, yeah. I'll put it in the
Yeah,
TV.
yeah.
For people that don't know,
Yeah,
it's a
okay.
green screen.
Okay, yeah, it's a green screen.
Ooh.
This video right here just completely like simplifies what Roblox is sometimes. It's just
Yeah.
like
I want to see this.
tell me once you get it, finish watching it.
Oh!
Let me see.
I was like, that's so satisfying.
Oh, that's an old one. That's an old one. Oh my gosh.
Like-
That's so...
Like some Roblox physics is like the whole thing Roblox is about. It
Yeah.
can't even handle dominoes falling over.
Me trying to accomplish my goals and failing spectacularly.
Yo.
Nobody
like-
that block. I'm about to end this man's career.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Yeah, it's just like that. Just like simplified the problem I ran into with pathfinding service. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And every time there's like a physics update, I'm like, oh my god, they did something amazing. It's just still bugs. There's still something in there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe that bug was caused by the person's frame rate or something weird like that. But it's still like, come on, dominoes should be able to function like.
Like dominoes.
Perfectly fine. Like dominoes. Yeah, they should be like
Dominoes,
dominoes.
Yeah,
Alright.
they update physics and like one
We
thing.
ain't
they
talking
don't-
about the pizza.
One thing I want to do is kind of off schedule. Chris, rank your top 5 favorite updates on Roblox for the past year or two.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Features, updates, whatever you want to say. Basically things that came to the platform that you like.
I can try to list some things and then order them after that. Mesh
Yeah.
parts for sure.
Mhm.
Teleport service is insane. Mesh parts, teleport service, data stores when those came out, those are insane.
Yeah.
Data persistence as well. I'll just clump those in the same thing.
Mhm.
Those are older updates.
Yeah.
R15 is sick. What else? Team create.
Team create.
Team create.
Good, but it's
I just
such an annoying thing
It's
to deal
it's
with.
yeah it's like what would you do without it? But it's still like
Exactly. Like Team Create is the
Um,
basis for like ROLVe. It's the basis for Llama Train Studio
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Lumion Legacy in building. Like that's the way to go. It's easier than just
Yeah.
transferring files.
yeah, you can build at the same time. That's like the biggest advantage with it.
Yeah.
Do you like UGC?
Kind of.
Controversial question.
I don't. Okay, here's like my problem with UGC. It's just like, you give all these people like independent, like uploading for like the catalog, and then you have QA,
Yeah.
and like QA will have rules, but like people like always be pushing the rules, like trying to like get on the line of the rules, and like those rules are there for a reason. It's like it's not quite like a Dominus, but it looks like it. Like you know what I mean? It's just like people are
Yeah.
like pushing the rules for their own benefit.
I think
Which kinda
for-
sucks.
They make a lot of money off
Yeah,
of
for
it.
Yeah,
basic
yeah,
things like cat ears or antlers, I don't care. But if it's a Dominus, like change up the mesh
Yeah.
to a point where
Yeah.
it's not the same.
And we're gonna get stuff like that eventually.
Yeah.
It's just gonna happen as people keep pushing the rules and as more people get added to the program.
Hey,
Which
your boys
sucks
are
is, like-
hopeful.
Yeah,
Hopefully
what
me-
sucks is people as like a trader, like a Roblox trader, it's kind of annoying when people say L matters. Like they like when L matters get mad that an item loses value from a UGC item. That kind of annoys me when people like try to just treat L matters like they're stupid and like they're stupid for thinking their hats have value. It's just like that's not fair for you to say that like
they
at
put
all.
effort into it, put work into
Yeah.
it, time.
Trading, it's
Yeah.
just like whenever I see this is a lot of people's opinions, and it's kind of annoying to me, like as a trader. It's just like people have these opinions that just try to make me sound like an idiot, like just like it's like, oh, a stupid L matter, haha, you're stupid. Oh, when an L matter sees that their item drops 100 Robux in value, and then it's just like a meme. It's just like, come on, like be a little bit more fair. Like these items have value to people. It's just like you can't write that off. It's just like what's wrong with UGC is just like it's gonna happen eventually because UGC, but it's just like you be more respectful about it for sure.
Yeah.
Like the hat that Who Do You Trust release and like the classic fedora dropped in value. I'd like to mention that like
did it actually?
It did, but the classic fedora will drop its value at the drop of a pin. Like the people who own like these low tier but high demand items are the stupidest people.
Bro, you're like, don't call us stupid. They're stupid.
I know, but it's just like they overvalue. Man, I guess I'm having like conflicting opinions, but like some L matters like don't look at long-term value very well, and they'll see something and it'll scare them, and they think that their 50k Robux item is gonna drop in value forever, even though it's been like that for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, yeah, it's just like people just need to chillax. Classic fedora drops before every sale. Like I figure it's like similar to that with UGC.
I was never big on the trading scene, so
Yeah.
it's hard for like to understand all this terminology. I'm just like, yeah. But I can see why people would be upset over it. Like,
yeah, my favorite thing whenever a new limited comes out and it sells out, people immediately just sell it for less Robux. It's just like,
why?
I don't know. They're just so scared. They're just so scared that it might like get lower. I feel like this might be for everything in life, but for kids, it's definitely exaggerated. Like they get more scared easier, so they cash out.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's about amount of time Roball needs to upload his video because he doesn't like going over an hour.
I do not like going over an hour for the podcast. It takes 3 hours to render if it's an hour, bro.
Oh my god.
Get a better computer.
My computer is better than yours. What you mean, homie?
Bruh. Come on now.
Dude, no,
I got better Wi-Fi.
I spilled water on my computer. That's why it's bad now. I had to replace some parts, and it's just the motherboard was frantic purchase. It's just, you didn't plan for
Trash.
the motherboard, so it's pretty meh.
Alright.
But before
Shout
we
out
end the
to
podcast, I want to say, Chris, Mightybaseplate, what else do you want to say to the people in this podcast comment section? Whoever's watching, do you have any shout outs you want to make to your Twitter, ROLVe, everything like that? Say it right now.
Yeah, like what I mentioned earlier about the Robber Game Jam playlist, like you guys should check that out. Also, like the Elements of Eragard gameplay trailer is out on my channel as well. I don't really upload to my YouTube channel at all, but like those two things, if you're interested in checking them out.
Yep.
Support all of those projects so they can come out, please. Especially what's it called?
Elements of Eragard. That game's gonna be
It looks
big,
so
bro.
freaking fire. You guys got 2.1k on one of your like posts. And
Oh yeah, the robot one.
The robot one. I was
Oh,
like, dude,
good.
this is
when he just
insane.
came out of the robot, I was like, this man. Oh my god.
I was like, the amount of effort put
man.
into this, bro. Come on now.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be kidding me.
But dude,
Xeria? No,
And I got like 151 retweets. That tweet popped off.
that was a good tweet to post as well. But something I do want to say is that I worked at Roblox with Chris during the summer. That's why I know Chris. That's why he wanted to be on the podcast, because we knew each other. And when I saw him and some of the ROLVe team working together, like their synergy was so well. Watching Ivan the animator, he was so good. I watched him animate the trailer like in person. That stuff looked complex. It was like it looked difficult, bro. It was difficult. And it was pretty cool to watch though. I like the effort you guys put in. Even if people don't recognize it, I know that I can, recognize at least that.
Well, thanks, man.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Thanks, brother.
From developer to developer, bro. We understand the struggles.
You're listen, man.
But
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'll put Chris's Twitter and the ROLVe Twitter on the screen, and maybe I'll link some other stuff in the description and also play it during the podcast for like videos that he mentioned. My Twitter is at Roball01. Doge's is at RBLX_Don. The podcast's Twitter is at officialdevcast. But I think that's pretty much it. Anything else you guys want to say?
I'm all set, man. I mean, if you guys followed me on Twitter, thanks, because I finally got over 1,000 followers. About time. It took me forever. Roball was like, I'm not giving you a shout out. I'm not giving you a shout out till your game comes out. I'm like, come on, man. I was like, dude, come on. He's like, I'm not giving you a shout out till your game comes out, so you're gonna have to reach 1,000 on your own. Bro, I was stuck on 999 for like how many months? Like 8?
Yeah.
I was like,
dude,
it hurts.
It's tough
But,
being
yeah.
stuck.
I know. Thanks for following me, guys, for real.
Anything else, Chris?
No, not. That's it.
All right, guys. I hope you did enjoy the podcast. Leave a like and subscribe. Everything you need, link down below. Comment down below any future podcast ideas, or vote at the top right, or comment down below other people you want us to interview. Till then, it's Mini Man Roball signing out now. See you later, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.
Yo, Robot, at the end of the video, right? Just put a text messages. If you made it this far, comment who had the best Halloween outfit.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll do that.
It's always gonna be me, brother.